I missed you. Did you miss me? I missed you. I hope you missed me because I missed you. Did you miss? Let's go.
Live from the BiffNet Studios World Headquarters in Spring, Texas, it's Barry on Deck, hosted by former ESPN Houston radio host and stand-up comedian Barry Laminack, starring Oliver the Cat. Written by Barry Laminack, produced by Barry Laminack, directed by, you guessed it, Barry Laminack, featuring sports, entertainment, special guests, film sessions, and some drinking. Okay, a lot of drinking. Viewer discretion is advised. And now, here's your host, Barry Laminack.
What's up, you damn dirty deckheads? Welcome to Barry on Deck. I am your host, Barry Laminack. Thank you guys for being here. Today is Tuesday, June 15th, 2021, and this is episode number 272 of Barry on Deck. We should have been doing this yesterday, but I missed it. And hey, before we go any further, I want to remind you, I'm super proud to remind you that Barry on Deck is brought to you by the AP Law Group. If you have been injured in an accident or you have had a loved one suffer a wrongful death at the hands of somebody else, give them a call, 713-913-GO-AP, or log on to aplawgroup.com. Appreciate them sponsoring the show. Appreciate you being here. We have much to discuss. I missed you guys. I really did. Not just because of what I had to do yesterday and as long as I had to do it, but I genuinely enjoyed doing this show. I look forward. The build up to the show is always hectic and stressful and gets my heart pumping. But then once the show starts, I'm like, this is where I want to be. I'm in the pocket. So I certainly did miss you guys yesterday. I hope you had a good day. I hope you found something to do to fill that void from 2 to 4 that it might have. Who the fuck is here? Why is my doorbell? I just started the goddamn show. Why is my doorbell ringing? All right, we'll go figure that out later. My monitor went out on the left side. The software decided to update at 1:59. It's been a sweet 48 hours. Let's start from the beginning. First of all, hi, welcome. Thanks for being here. Let's do the chat because I don't want to get into the meat and potatoes of this show and what we need to talk about for 2 hours until I acknowledge the most important part of this show, and that is you guys. So let's do the chat, shall we? First in the chat today, the greatest deckhead in the history of the world, at least for the next 2 hours, and then after that, it's debatable. Just kind of. Shelby was first in again, and I saw somebody say Shelby is kicking our ass. She really is. It's really disgusting how good Shelby is at this now. Also, got in the first super chat. Triple crown. She's Congo blocking people. She's getting the triple crowns. First deckhead in the chat. First like. I mean, Robert might be the king of the deckheads. Shelby's making a run. Like, not for king, because that would mean she'd have a dong. That's not how that works. Anyways. Thank you, Shelby, for being early. The rest of you, get on her level, even though there were several of you that were like 1 minute behind it. Rest of the chat looks like this. D-Mod is here. Steven the Weather Guy early with a weather update. Current conditions at BiffNet World Headquarters. 95 degrees, dew point 70 degrees. Heat index 101. That sounds bad. 100% chance is just too damn hot. Every time I hear too damn, I always think of the rent is too damn high guy. I always think of that first. I don't know why. Jesus Perez is in the building. Uriel Villanueva is here. Barry on Sports missed you guys. This is in the chat early. Aaron J. Bryant, what's up, dude? Keith Sager is here. Donna, hi, Donna. Jeremy Benniger, Francisco Abarca, hi from high. Bingo and Katie, we need to talk. Marcia Ogasar, Marcia. I always fuck her name up. I've known Marcia for a goddamn decade, and I still can't pronounce her last name, and I hate myself for it. I absolutely hate myself for it. I just can't. I can't. Truck Driver Pookie is here. Congratulations on the new gig. Rev House in the building. What's up, dude? Fidel Lamone, Shelby, Alan Denson is here. Clarence, what's up, dog? Hey, guys. Quinn, what's up, man? How are you, buddy? Tony the Handsome is here. Total Dallas is here. CC, I hope you had a good birthday weekend. Ugh. I hope you had fun, sweetie. Total Dallas, I got Christy Sparks. She put a snake. That's outstanding. You love to see it. That is outstanding stuff right there. Who else is here? I think I boo-booed there. Oh, well. Mimi, what's up, girl? How are you? Who else? Jess, what's up? One of our newest members to the Patreon, Jess. Appreciate you. Who else is here? Who else? Wait, what did I miss? Did we miss Jess's birthday? Really? Damn it. Jess said, I missed my stream on my birthday, and there was no stream yesterday, but I'm glad we're here now. Jess, look, I owe you. I'm only doing one, but we're going to do a couple of birthday shots, deckheads. Get your glasses out. I know some of you have, like, seriously important jobs. I don't give a shit. Pull your flask out of your purse or under your bra or wherever you rednecks keep it. This is it. Look at that. That's the end of the Jamie, guys. That is it. It's done. It's no moss. I'm gonna have to get some more. But we have 2 birthdays that I guess we need to take care of. We missed Jess, but it is also Jesus Perez's birthday today. Jess, I hope you got Roadhead. Jesus, dude, happy birthday, my friend. I hope you have a fantastically wonderful day. I hope you get Roadhead or a hand job or whatever it is you're into. Jess, I hope the same. I hope you got the same. Roadhead is always cool for ladies. Hey, cheers, you guys. Happy birthday. You know I love both of you, man. Cheers to you. You know, I didn't drink all weekend. I'm kind of out of that mode. So that's good. That'll probably hit me too. I haven't eaten in a minute. So we'll see how it goes. Okay. Now, see, I don't know if you guys noticed this. Do you see this little sign right here? Look at that. Now, it's weird that Jesus' birthday today because it looks like if you don't hear me say happy birthday, Jesus, it just looks like I'm like, happy birthday, Jesus. Like, I don't know when Christmas is. That's what it looks like right now. Like, I assure you I know when Christmas is. And you may not have noticed this. And Cece, don't get jealous. But if you looked on the show on Friday, it said happy birthday, Cece. You didn't even notice, did you? You didn't even notice. Daddy's doing little Easter egg special things with the sign, and nobody's fucking noticing. What am I doing this for, people? Yeah, drop your Venmos. The deckheads do this cool thing where they send each other money on their birthdays. So drop your Venmos. Yeah, drop your Venmos, bitches. Like, I can't send everybody money. I'd be fucking broke. I would be. I'd be if I sent you guys there's a bunch of you. What do we get? 200 views? There's 115 Patreon. Yeah, it'd break me. My daughter turned 13 last Friday. That's dope too. Donna saw it. I knew it. I knew one of you would see it. Well, tell your daughter congratulations. I hope she gets broke. Never mind. All right, listen, let's do this show. We have much to talk about. We have a lot of sports to get to. There's nothing crazy going on. Let's just do the NBA scores, and then we'll get into my personal life stuff, what's going on. Here's your scores from last night. I missed this game. Hawks beat the Sixers 103-100. I'm really digging this Trae Young cat. I'm really digging when you look at the leading score for Philadelphia was 11 points. Is that correct? Is that true? I mean, I'm looking at this. There's no way. There's no way. Somebody scored more than that, right? I mean, somebody had to have scored more than that. I can't get to the box score. This monitor being out is really affecting me. Okay. Yeah. Well, why is Ben Simmons the player of the game? Because he had 12 rebounds? Yeah. Okay. Harris had 20, Embiid had 17, Curry had 17, but they give player of the game to Ben Simmons for what? 11 and 12 and 9? Because he was one away from a triple-double? Get out of here. That is ridiculous. Trae Young, though, doing the damn thing. I did watch this Clippers-Jazz game last night. Clippers beat the Jazz 118-104. This game was never close. Playoff P showed up. Yay. Playoff P. He showed up. He showed out. This game was never really close. Jazz were never really in it. Started off miserable, 30-13 in the first quarter. The Clippers couldn't miss. Paul couldn't miss. Jazz got a little warmer in the second half, but this was never in doubt, really. So that series is tied up 2-2. Hawks tied that series up with the Sixers 2-2 as well. Also, a little NBA note for you. All of a sudden, James Harden is getting healthy in a hurry. It's looking like he's going to play tomorrow after they lost Kyrie Irving. Boy, are we Cadillacing a little bit? Is that what's going on here, Brooklyn? Brookline? Is that what's going on? Huh. Interesting. What is going on? Oh, I just saw I had to change my undies. What the hell? He's a part-time playoff P. Yeah. Well, you know what? Here's the thing that you have to give him credit because he's doing it against a good defensive team in the Jazz. So if he showed up, Kawhi couldn't miss. He couldn't miss. Bev was playing some good defense. Clippers look good. They looked dominant, but let the Jazz back in it for a minute there, but it was never in doubt. All right, so tonight it's Brooklyn Bucks. That series tied 2-2 as well. Looked like the Bucks were dead in the water, if we're being honest. Looked like they were pretty much done, but now that series is tied up 2-2. Giannis showed up, and the injuries have certainly been an issue for Brooklyn over there. Okay, so let's talk NBA for a second. We're going to do, actually, you know what? We're going to do a film session. We're going to save that. Let's go back to, I got you some sports. Some of you just are like weird about, you're not talking sports in the first 15 minutes. I'm leaving. So there's your fucking sports, you weirdos. Hope you enjoyed it. All right, let's discuss what's going on in my life. Let me get personal for a second. So, got the happy birthday. Yesterday, there was no show. Oh, by the way, I didn't even mention Kristopher Hart joining me today. Duh. Kristopher Hart's going to join me in the 3 o'clock hour, so stick around for that for sure. So the reason there was no show yesterday was I had to do my taxes. And it was awful. This might have been the worst. So like normally my taxes are pretty complicated just because being a stand-up comic and then having, that as not my side hustle. Like I consider that my job. I don't want to call what I do a side hustle, but radio was the 2/3 of what I made. Comedy was 1/3. Well, now, especially this year, comedy is definitely going to be the main breadwinner, I'm sure. But because of what happened last year, starting in the year with Gal Media, then that going away and comedy and Barry on Deck and taxes were a fucking pain in the ass. I spent, no lie, I got up at 6:45 yesterday morning. I went to bed at 4:45 in the morning this morning. So I spent damn near 24 hours. Well, I take that back. 2 hours I stopped and went out and weed-eated some of the ditches and mowed the backyard because it just needed to be done. So I spent 20 hours doing taxes. Nonstop. 20 hours. And I couldn't imagine had I taken away the 4. I mean, I would have been up until forever. So I apologize, but holy fuck, it was so complicated just because of all the deductions and shit. It's ridiculous. There's got to be an easier way to do this. There just has to be. It is so goddamn complicated now, especially if you have businesses or deductions and stuff like that. There's got to be a simpler way for the government to be like, look, we know what you make. Like, we know because it gets filed. So here's what we have. What do you have? And what are your deductions? And let's just go from there. But it is so goddamn convoluted. It's to the point where I'm almost just like, look, just tell me I owe you $2,000 every year and I'll just send you $2,000. Just save me the goddamn hassle. Well, and so Justin said, get a CPA, they'll file it for you. I had a CPA for years because I've always owned businesses. I had the Cage Door. I had a screen printing business. Now I got Barry on Deck. I'm a serial entrepreneur, and that doesn't mean that I've created my own brand of cereal. I've had a lot of businesses back in the day. By the way, my head is killing me. I hope that shot kicks in. But I had a CPA. They're fucking pointless. They are pointless. You want to know why? Well, at least my CPA was. One, he was mean as fuck. He would yell at me. And I'm like, bitch, I'm paying you. Why are you screaming at me that my shit ain't done right? I pay you. Fuck you. I get to yell at you when I owe. Raggedy bitch. So my CPA, this is how it would go. And this would cost me, $500-600. Oh my God, my light just fucking crapped out. I thought it was gonna fall. That got weird. What the fuck is my equipment? Time to get some new equipment. I lost my camera and everything just now. What the fuck is happening? Okay, my light gave out. This is not good, guys. This is what the fuck is going on right now. Oh my God. Lost the camera again. Oh boy. Hold on. Oh, that's hot. That light is hot. This is awesome. This is great stream right here. This is outstanding stream. Well, it's better than nothing. So yeah, my light just freaked the fuck out and collapsed, and I don't know what the fuck is happening right now. I have no idea what's going on. I got to get some new fucking equipment. This is ridiculous. Like, seriously ridiculous. Oh, good. Camera shit the bed again. This is great. Hey guys, everything's fine. We're good. Oh yeah, fantastic. Fan-fucking-tastic. Anyways, CPAs. Open the blinds. Yeah, I should, huh? Oh, that's a good idea, Amos. Let's see. How's that look? Let's just turn this off. Let's turn this off. No, that's not enough light, is it? I feel like there's like a dark spot over here. I feel like the dark area here. Okay. Oh, look at that. Little adjustment on the fly. Nonetheless. So this is all, fuck this light. This is all clusterfuck. But whatever. I can see outside though. So that's good. Well, I guess I'll be ordering. I guess Daddy's ordering a new light. Oh, look, they're doing construction. Listen, did the show start yet? It's a goddamn mess, Donna. This is supposed to be. This is supposed to be for this light over here. I'm supposed to be able to control it with this remote control, like it was supposed to be. It's ERCOT. You're right. It is fucking ERCOT. More like suck a cock. Okay. I feel like that was a little aggressive. My apologies to the people of ERCOT. I don't know what's happening right now, people. This show is off the rails. What was I talking about? CPA. So this dude charges me $600 a year. This show looks like shit. Yeah, it's just the light failed. This goddamn, my camera crapped out. This is a whole fucking thing, people. I can't even right now. Are you listening to me? I can't even. It's dark over here. Let's move this over here. Huh? Oh my God, this is so ghetto. All right. Hi, welcome to the show. What the fuck, man? Okay, so I pay this dude $600. And do you know what he tells me? So I'm paying this guy 600 hard-earned American dollars. And he goes, hey, What I need you to do is to get all of your stuff together, your receipts, your expenses, your income, put it in a spreadsheet and organize it. So like if you have a cell phone that you're going to expense, I need you to break it down by month and how much each month, how much that was. And then do that for your internet connection. And then do that for things you buy and then office supplies and this and that. And so he's like, so I need all of that in a detailed list. And then I need you all your income and I need you to get all your W-2. By the time I'm fucking done, bro, all I got to do is fill the fucking thing out on TurboTax. Why the fuck am I paying you? Like, I want to walk in and go, here's my shit, bitch. Do it. But if I got to organize it and put it in a spreadsheet and make it so that you can fucking read it and then you just type it in, bitch, I can type. And now TurboTax has the, get a live opinion, which I got somebody that didn't know what the fuck they were talking about. But yeah, CPAs. Exactly, Fidel. It's you doing all the goddamn work. It didn't make any sense to me, and so they can go fuck themselves. I'm not doing this. That's why I was like, you know what? I'm just going to drop this dude. I'm not paying $600 for CPA and I do all the goddamn work. That would be like the mechanic being like, hey, so here's what I need you to do. I need you to pop the hood and then get under there and tell me what the problem is. Find it. Go order the parts. Bring the parts in. Put the part in the car. And then I'll make sure you did it right. Fuck you. At this point, bitch, I'm a mechanic. That's hilarious. Sorry, by the way, it's hard to read the chat now because, shit's got weird with the lighting situation here and it's all over the place. What's up, Ray? Hey, Ray, thank you for the camera, man. I appreciate that. Exactly. It's cleaning the house before the maid comes. That is perfect, Lisa. And that would be my wife. Well, I don't want them to see how dirty it is. We got to straighten up first. That's why we're bringing in a fucking maid. Anyways, I feel like CPAs are a goddamn ripoff. All you really need is you need TurboTax and you need to be able to ask somebody questions. Damn, I used to about 450 and just gave my tax lady a shoebox full of receipts and shit when I was 1099. Yeah, I don't know about that. I wonder, everybody's got a different thing they have to deal with, so who knows? Nonetheless, fuck CPAs. Seem like a waste of money. I mean, not all CPAs. I'm sure some CPAs are great. Wonderful people. Mine, not so much. And then he would scream at me. I'd call him. I swear to God, I called my CPA one day in the middle of tax season. This is how it went down. Boop, 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 boop. Ring, ring. What? What the fuck? No, you're not going to yell at me like I'm a goddamn kid. What up, Rudolph? Good question. Justin said, a CPA is only good if they're willing to lie for you. No, that's not it. I'm paying for his signature. Well, fuck him. TurboTax will sign my shit. So I did taxes yesterday. Also, there's a new member in the Laminack house. It's a temporary thing. Nora and I on Friday, was it Friday? Yeah, Friday night. Nora and I went out to Katie's house, Penguin Katie, out in Katy. Very ironic that Katie lives in Katy, right? Hi, my name is Spring and I live in, yes, I went and got Wyoming. I have news to report. Wyoming's name is Spencer now. Nora, the queen, Nora decided that this cat's name was Spencer. And we went and got Spensoming, Wyenser, I don't know, whatever you want to call it. We went and got him. And he's been with us for 2 days. Now, listen, calm down, chat. Calm down. This is a trial fucking run. We're not, this isn't a done deal yet. And I'm going to be totally honest with you. And some of you are probably going to hate me for saying this. Francisco cut and shoot. So one, that's a great point, House. Let's talk about that first. Oliver is being fucking amazing with this cat. They are playing and he is loving it. And look, I'll show you. This is them playing, right? You can just see like they're in hog heaven. He's getting his ears bit. They're being rough. And old Spencer / Wyoming is a fucking beast. Like, he don't give a fuck. He's tiny. Oh, he's ferocious, though. He's got Oliver screaming. Oliver makes him scream. It's a whole thing. But I want to be honest. I'm not feeling a connection with Spencer. When you get an animal, like when we got Oliver, as soon as I turned around and saw Oliver and picked him up, I was like, this is our cat. Like, this is a part of our family now. Immediately. I mean, within a second. And Wyoming is so goddamn cute. And he is crazy. And he is a ball of fucking energy. But I can't make a connection. No, okay. You fuck off, Tony. You know what sucks? Tony Garza's suck. You raggedy dumb bitch. Cats don't suck, mother. You suck. You fucking suck.
Who the fuck is that guy?
It's a guy that sucks, Connor. That's who. No, definitely don't need a snake, Christy. But is it... Like, no, nor, like, neither. We haven't really, like, he's cute. Don't get me wrong. He's sweet. He's funny. He's crazy. He's a bundle of energy. But, like, when we got Oliver, I mean, it was instant love. It was instant connection. Like, it went from the two of us to the three of us. For some reason, Spencer / Wyoming just feels like he's a visitor. Doesn't feel like part of the family. You know, it doesn't feel. Do I have a You Suck too?
Pull up your...
I don't have a You Suck too. What the fuck show are you watching? Sounds like my dad when we had my baby brother. You see, you are fucking wild. That's how I feel about my grandma. You guys, we're talking about a cat. So I just don't have this bond with Spencer. I mean, he is a sweetie, but right when I was show prepping at 1:05 today, I guess him and Oliver got worn out, right? And Spencer got on the couch and he came over and he sat in my lap and he laid down and he started purring and kneading, and it was just the sweetest thing in the world. But it wasn't the same. And I don't know if I'm so infatuated and in love with Oliver that I can't get over. I don't know. I don't know. And you guys, I see you in the chat. Everybody's like, it doesn't matter what you think, Barry. Does Nora love the cat? I mean, if we're totally being honest. Oh, PK said he came to sit on you. He never did that here. Yeah. And then he started trying to suckle on my fingers like they were nipples. In fact, all right, I shouldn't share this with you guys because you're going to make this way worse than it is. But I was sitting on the couch with no shirt on, and I was bent over, and Spencer jumped on the couch, and he came over to me to lay in my lap, and he tried to suck my tit. He did. He tried to suck my tit, and I was like, bro, what are we doing here, Spencer? Why are you trying to suck my titty right now? He looked up, and I was typing. I was working because I got more news to share with you, and we'll get to it in a second. But I was busy, and I was typing, and he was looking up at me, and I was like, oh, you're just the sweetest kitty. And he started kneading on my chest, like right here. I was like, oh, that's so cute. He's kneading. And then he just fucking on my nipple. And I was like, yo, what the fuck, man? You know you're not sucking my titties, Spencer, you fucking weirdo. And he took off running. It's fucking weird. It was weird. It was super weird. He tried to suck my nipple. Spencer tried to milk me, you guys. It was fucking awkward. It was super weird. Does he have a lisp too? No, Donna, no. He's all man, okay? All right, so Spencer, we love him to death. He's the sweetest, but it's just not like it's not feeling like a 4-person family, right? It's not feeling like me and Nora and the 2 cats. It's like me, Nora, and Oliver, and then Spencer's here, keeping Oliver busy. I want it to work. So I'm hoping over the next 2 weeks, we have 2 weeks to try it out. And Oliver seems to enjoy it, but he doesn't get enough breaks. So we're... Shock said, what did I walk into? Yeah, my cat tried to suck my nipple, Shock. Okay? Are we? And you don't judge me. You're telling me, Shock, you've never given your dog a hand job. You never just reached down there one time? Like, this is what you do with your animals when you love them, Shock. You never tried once? You never been hungry with a pregnant dog and like, I'll get some milk? No? Okay. I have nipples, Greg. Can you milk me? That's so good. That's a great reference. Spencer is like the Oliver from the Brady Bunch. Yeah, my cat, I swear to God, my cat tried to suck my nipple. It's a thing. I don't even know why I share this stuff with you guys because, I could just keep it to myself and not say anything and just be like, oh, taxes are crazy, right? Spencer's here. And then we just go on about our day. And I can make jokes about other stuff. But I try to be open with you fuckers. I try to be honest with you fuckers. And then you do this. And then you come in here with poor cat. He wanted my nipple, Christy. Don't hate the player, hate the game. Okay? I don't see a cat trying to suck your raggedy nipple. All right. This just got weird. So I'm hoping Spencer works out. But it's not feeling like he's a fit. I don't know why. I really want him to because I think he's the cutest, funniest ball of energy. Oh, my God. He never stops, nonetheless. Chrissy said, you're right. I'm just jealous. Yeah. See, your snake suck your nipple, weirdo. So what else is going on? So this morning, the reason I was working so diligently is last second I got a call from a club in Arkansas. And Wessex said, let him latch. Friend for life. No, I'm not letting the cat actually suck on my goddamn nipple, John. He tried. That was enough. He literally, I thought he was just kneading on my fat bosom. And then he tried to. No, I'm not letting him latch onto my goddamn nipple. Fucking weirdo. Maybe that's why we're not bonding. I need to let him just suck it. I wonder if anything would come out. It'd probably be like ice cream, cholesterol. He'd just be like, what is that? It's cholesterol, motherfucker. It's cholesterol. Hey, by the way, you guys know I went to the doctor, got my results back. Not the poo-poo stuff. I hadn't done that yet. Every time I keep forgetting to shit in that hat or whatever that thing was. I keep forgetting to do that. Nonetheless, got the blood work back. Initial results, everything's great. Only thing is I'm low on vitamin D. First person to make a dick joke's getting a 5-minute timeout. If I say I'm low on vitamin D, just take it for what it is. First dick joke, 5-minute timeout. Second dick joke is getting banned, just so we're clear. Okay. So I obviously don't get out in the sun enough, but you can tell with this great tan that that's a weird thing. So I've got to take vitamin D. Yeah, I just got to get out more. Yeah, I know. Guys, I've been sitting in this fucking house for a year. Like literally this fucking window thing being open is the most sun that I've gotten in forever. More sun and greens. Fuck greens. I'll go out in the sun, but man, fuck greens as a staff record label and as a crew. So when in hour 2, while Kristopher is here and there won't be dead air, I'll go get Spencer so you guys can meet him. Okay, I'll go get him. Just rest assured of that. But I got to wait until there's a co-host because it'd be weird just to leave the fucking room with nothing on here. So just FYI. All right. So that's this weekend, there may not be a show Friday unless I can convince Westling or Shock or somebody else to fill in for me. Because while I was show prepping today, I got a call from a booker in Arkansas and Little Rock, and they had a fallout and they needed a guy, headliner. I mean, I don't want to brag, guys. What's up, Christopher Adams? So I took the gig. Okay. So I had a gig lined up in Austin. Had to cancel that because this is a club, more money. So, John, you and I, that's why I called you, buddy. We need to talk. I need you to, if you want it, it's yours. And yeah, so get Shock to do the show. Well, if Shock was available, we might make that happen. But Westling's always, Shock has a day job, you guys. So John is always, I said John was the first, my go-to, my fill-in. So we'll see what happens. Is Shock, Westling. Are we going to drive there? Yes, I'm going to drive there. I'm in Little Rock, Arkansas. House said, where is it? My friend wants to go see a show. Little Rock, Arkansas at the Looney Bin. Friday, Saturday, and I think I'm doing Sunday. I think I'm doing a Father's Day show. And it is great news, Shelby. It is so good to be back on the road and making money. So, Rev said he'd fill in. Tony said 2 hours of Rev's twang. No thanks. Hey, let's talk about the NBA. I'm sorry, Rev. That was a terrible, terrible impression of you. By the way, shout out to Chris Reyes, who came out to my show in San Antonio. It was a fucking disaster. Chris, I appreciate you coming, buddy. Let me know how that background check came out. That show was, there's the pretty side of comedy, and then there's the real side of comedy. There was maybe 20 people, maybe. And Chris and his date were 2 of them. And then one of the comics on the show and her 3 friends was 4 of them. So that's 6 of the 20. It was bad. Total Dallas sent a friend over. So that was, 7 of the 20? It was pretty awful. But we made the best of it. Got into it with a comic while I was on stage because she has no fucking show etiquette. I swear to you guys, just me venting. She might have said the word pussy 1,000 times. Ask Mr. 1%. Ask Chris Reyes. Chris, am I lying? This woman got on stage and used the word pussy at least 25 times. And I was like, it's a 7-minute set that she was doing. I was like, wow, you're literally averaging like 3 pussies a minute. Unbelievable. Chris said he blocked that chick. Can I tell him the story, Chris? Katie said, I like pussy, but this is too much pussy. Yeah, it was the leather pants chick. Chris, can I tell him the story about what your date did? It's pretty awesome. I'm going to tell him anyways, but I just want to know it was not Linnell. Yeah, Linnell was doing a 7-minute guest set on my show. So, you guys, Mr. 1%, our very own Chris Reyes, lives in San Antonio. Second time that I've been out there that he's come to a show. Always appreciate when you guys come out and support. And Chris bought a date. And she was a bit of a brute. She was a MP. Military police. So during the show, she's like, no, I said brought, not bought. Shut up, house. We brought a date. So during the show, she's kind of shouting shit out and being like, hey, fuck you. Like she was a little rough. Okay. But she seemed cool. She seemed like a nice gal. Show's over. I go out into the lobby after mingling for a moment, getting paid and all that. And our very own Mr. 1%er, Chris Reyes, is out in the lobby. Sans date. Sans police woman. I'm like, what's up, dude? Where'd your date go? He was like, bro, she left. I was like, oh, yeah, it didn't work out. This is their first date. He says, dude, I showed up and she hands me a folder. I was like, what is this? And he says, I opened the folder from this woman I've never met who is an MP in the military. She's police. And I have this folder and I start reading it. And it's about me. It's like, okay, yeah, this is where I went to elementary school. Yeah, this is where I went to high school. Oh, she found out this about my background. This bitch did a background check on this man. Oh my God, run! Run! That is full on psycho ass crazy bitch. Fucking run! She did a complete background check on my man's and then handed it to him. What kind of dumb bitch is doing that? Let me tell you something, ladies. I'm not gonna judge you if you want to. If you're going out and meet, let's face it, you guys. If you saw Chris, you'd be like, I probably should run a background check on this weirdo. I mean, he looks like a background check kind of guy. I'm just fucking with you, Reyes. But, run your background checks. Cool. Be safe, ladies. Don't give it to the guy and showed him that you did a fucking background check on him. That's fucking weird. Like, if you run a background check on a dude because you want to date him, cool. Leave that bitch at home. Be like, all right, I know this. So he's like into some shit. He got busted with a whore. You know, he got arrested in Vegas. He's fucking whatever, arrested for pot, DWI, whatever the fuck is on the background check. Just file that shit away. Hey, you want to go to Vegas? I don't think so, Mr. Buying whores and getting arrested on the strip. No. But I will go grab a burger with, like, whatever. You don't hand the fucking background. You literally might as well just be like, hi, my name is Sarah. I'm a psycho. Here's your background check. By the way, I'm here, so it wasn't that bad. Fucking what? So he ditched her. He's like, hey, he used me as the excuse. He was like, hey, she was like, oh my God, so are we going to go? He was like, I think I'm going to hang out with Barry. I think we're going to go grab some drinks and catch up and we're fucking. We're probably going to boof. Do people still say boof, by the way? Wasn't that a thing? Like back in the day when dudes would butt fuck, they would call it boofing. Are we not using boof anymore? Hold on. Am I the only one that remembers boofing? We're going to boof in the backyard, right? Boof is slang for anal sex. Okay, so we're still rocking the boof. Yeah, we're going to boof in his Honda. We'll be busy. Total Dallas says she could have just paid for a month on the Discord. I did not make that up, you raggedy bitch. I have never boofed or been boofed. Rach, what's up, Rachel? How are you, sweetie? Long time no see. Congratulations on the graduation. Thanks for joining us. Happy to have you, sweetie. Missed you. I'm too young to know what boof is, apparently. Oh, I don't think so, old lady. You just had a birthday. Yeah, look it up. Boofing. Just Google boofing. 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 Booty bumping, sometimes called boofing, is a way to consume drug. No, that's not it. Usually methamphetamines. No, boofing is slang for fucking in the booty hole. It's okay, sweetie. You're making your life better, and I totally understand that, Rach. By the way, you walked in at a really weird and disgusting moment. So, you know how we do sometimes. You guys, none of y'all have ever used the term boofing. Really? Yeah, that wasn't what I thought boofing was. No, me and Chris weren't doing that. It was just, just dude sex. Okay, Francisco's heard it. At least one person can vouch for I'm going to ask Kristopher Hart if he has ever heard of boofing before. Don't mock me, chat. Fuck y'all. Rachel's like, hi, CC, I'm Rachel, and I'm an alcohol. Oh, wrong chat, wrong meeting. Yeah, so there's different on Urban Dictionaries. There is different. So boofing is the act of smirkingly perjuring oneself before the United States Senate. What the fuck? Boofing, inserting drugs or having someone insert drugs into your body through your anus. Better experience is allowing someone to blow the substance inside of you with a straw. thinks of this? Oh my God, who thinks of this? Who is sitting around like, man, I got this fucking rail of Coke, and yeah, I could snort it off my phone. Or, hey Frank, grab a straw. Come here. I want you to blow this Coke into my butthole. What the fuck? Okay, so look, the whole inserting drugs into the butthole thing is weird enough, right? Like, we've all had a suppository, but that's to make you feel better. Well, I guess the drugs do make you feel. It's to cure what your sickness, right? And we've all heard of butt chugging before, where people were like, high school kids were pouring vodka in their beehole because it made them feel better and got them drunk faster. They would soak tampons in vodka and put it in their butt. Okay. And if we're going to take it a little further and be like, hey, you know what? I can put drugs in my butthole too. Okay. But why are you having someone literally take a straw to your butthole, be like, all right, are you ready? Are you ready to get high? Are you ready to get high? Hold on. Like, they're loading your butthole like it's a fucking musket. They're just like, they're putting the straw in there and they're pouring the Coke and they're fucking tamping it down. And all right, you ready? You feel anything? No? Nothing? I got a little blowback. Like, who's loading up your butthole like a butt musket? What the fuck, man? I just thought it was butt sex. I really just thought it was that simple. There's so many definitions. I'm confused. I got to get out of this. Hey, let's talk sports. What the fuck happened to this show? Where's if they accidentally fart, it's just Coke right back in your face. Ah! Then you just look like you had an accident making biscuits. Just powder everywhere. You look like Scarface. You just like at the table, that one scene where you're just like, say hello to my boofing friend. Oh my God. Total Dallas said it sounds like a YouTube challenge gone wrong. Amos said, excuse me, I'm not in the all had a suppository group. Really, Amos? I don't feel like suppositories are a black thing. I don't feel like I feel like that's a super white family household thing where it's like, I can make you better through your butthole. Yeah, I don't think black moms aren't like, let me give my baby a suppository. They're like, man, you better walk that shit off. Better drink some water. Hispanics are like, rub some Windex on it. Put some Vicks on it. Yes, suppositories don't strike me as a black household thing. Roland said, butt musket is a strong fantasy football name. It would be. Maybe I'll change my fantasy football name. Ginger ale and saltines. My head is killing me. I'm going to go get some aspirin at the break. All right, let's talk about this SI story real quick, because I do want to get to a little bit of sports. So, no, not that. Did y'all see this story? And I won't belabor the point. We talked about it last week a little bit. We talked about the whole spider tack and everybody's getting called out for it. Well, there's this dude that has been making foreign substances to use. Hey, Harpy, there's this dude that you see on your screen. They call him Bubba. And Bubba has been making illegal substances for pitchers to use for over a decade now. He learned the craft from Troy Percival, a closer for the Angels back in the day. And so he picked up the mantle and ran with it. And turns out he started making this for all kinds. Garrett Cole, Justin Verlander, Max Scherzer, all allegedly, according to him, used this stuff. Jabba Chamberlain of the Yankees, like it had started in Detroit, where I forget who it was that left the Angels and went to Detroit and picked it up. Look, the bottom line is this. If you read this article on Sports Illustrated, he basically has text messages from pitchers he's got the Venmo receipts where they send him money on the same day that they send him a text about it. Turns out pretty much everybody cheats in baseball, which we kind of already knew. And Astros fans have been saying, hey guys, everybody's been cheating. Here's the difference though. And here's the crazy part. And yeah, Verlander and Cole, while they were Astros, were doing this, which is weird because why would you help another team cheat? That was the very first question. If you're the visiting locker room's manager, clubhouse guy, so you're in LA, you're the Angels visiting locker room attendee. The Astros show up and they're like, hey, do you have some of that substance that can make me better that would cause the Angels to lose? And the guy's like, yeah, sure, here, take some. That doesn't make a lot of sense to me. It doesn't make a lot of sense to me. But he did it because if you read the article, you learn that he survives on tips. They used to, I don't know anymore if it's changed, but he used to not make money, like a very much of a salary. The clubhouse players would tip him. So when Garrett Cole would ask for it, he would get it for him, and then he would, get a nice little tip. I mean, you think about that. 25-man roster. If every dude gives you $10 for one game, and if they're there for the weekend, they might give you $100, or you can start to make, if every ball player gives you $100 for the weekend, you make a lot of money. What's up, Scott? So that's beside the point. I mean, he has proof. He has screenshots of text. SI went out and found the phone numbers and traced them back to the players that he said the texts were from at some point. Folks, it's my job as a media guy to say allegedly, but if ever there's been a smoking gun, text messages asking for the sticky stuff, and it's some of the better names in baseball. And it was Verlander not when he was an Astro. It started when he was a Tiger. Same thing with Chamberlain. Cole, yeah, when he got here. But remember last week when Garrett Cole was asked the question, and I paused it and I told you guys what he just did. What he just did was threw Justin Verlander under the bus in his answer. Remember that? Now, I'm not saying any of you disagreed with me, but it was the point that I made that when he said, well, this is traditions that have been passed down from veteran guys to the rest of us. What he was saying is Verlander told me and showed me about this stuff. And some of you may or may not have believed me. But now, if you read the article, lo and behold, he literally comes out and you learn that Cole learned about this sticky stuff from Justin Verlander. So now we know not only were they cheating, and half of Major League Baseball was cheating, and pitchers were cheating too. But now we know that he basically really did throw him under the bus in that answer without having to say his name. And I can never remember his name. I want to call him Bert Hooten. Jesus Christ. So here's the deal. I'm gonna hold out hope that every Astros fan and player, especially hitter Altuve, Correa, Springer, every hitter that was on that 2017 team is going to get a letter of apology from every fan in baseball, from every player in baseball that said that they should have their judge and his MVP candidacy and batting title and all that bullshit. Fuck all y'all. Because at the very same time, that the reason that it was so illegal was because the Yankees and the Red Sox had already been busted for that. The Astros just didn't stop doing it or just were sloppy about it. Turns out stealing signs wasn't that big of a deal because the pitchers were fucking cheating too. So it's called leveling the playing field. If you're out there with the tacky, sticky stuff and I'm out here guessing signs, well, I guess we're pretty much fucking even. So I think at the end of the day, before we go to break, I just, as a professional, as a journalist, as a media member, as a podcaster, as a sports talk radio guy, as a professional sports person, I think I'm safely able to look into the camera and say, fuck you all. Fans, crybaby Yankee fans, bitch ass Dodgers fans, fuck you. I wish I was Dave Chappelle at the podium. Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. We're cool, fuck you. Like, oh my God, everybody can suck a fat dick. All of you. Every single one of you. If you ever cried about the Astros banging on trash cans, fuck you, bang your mama. So sick of it. The Astros didn't do shit nobody else has been doing, and they haven't cheated any more or any worse than anybody else. You know what the difference is? Is the Angels suck so fucking much they couldn't win a World Series when they cheated. You dumb sons of bitches. It's not our fault that the Astros cheated so well that they actually won a World Series. Hey, Yankees, maybe cheat better next time, you dumb bitches. Dodgers, same thing. Angels couldn't even win a fucking division when they cheated. You fucking losers. All right, let's take a break. All right, let's go. 5-minute break. I got a pee. And, yeah. We'll come back and we'll do some more fancy stuff. I got to do some reads. Don't let me forget to do my reads. Kristopher Hart's going to join us in the next hour, so that'll be a lot of fun. All that and more. Don't go anywhere. It's going to be like a 3-minute break. We're not sitting on the corner. That's a Friday thing, Christy. You don't get to wear it out in the middle of the week. All right, 5-minute break. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back right after this. This is Barry on Deck. I'm your host, Barry Labinek. Stick around. Hey, welcome back to hour number 2 of Barry on Deck. I'm your host, Barry Laminack. Thank you guys for sticking around through the break. Those of you that did. Those of you that did not, I would like to invite you to go boof yourself. Just go blow some coke up your butthole. We established that. If you missed what that means, go back and check hour number 1. Hey, while we're here, I would like to take a moment, just a second, if you would allow it, for me to tell you guys about Dan's Seafood and Wings. First and foremost, if you want some of the absolute, and I'm not even kidding you when I tell you, the absolute best seafood in the city of Houston, get yourself over to Dan's Seafood and Wings. 2 locations for you. One on the southwest side on South Gessner, one on the northeast side on Uvalde. You're going to love this food. If you have been craving shrimp po' boys, New Orleans style barbecue shrimp, grilled platters, it doesn't matter what it is. If you want seafood or you want wings, you need to get over to Dan's. Check them out online. Eatatdans.com is the website. Eatatdans.com. So many different kinds of flavors for you. The garlic butter, the mild, medium, spicy. Listen, Ray even tells you, he took the crew out there and they absolutely loved it. He said, I agree. You're missing out if you haven't tried Dan's. Please take Ray's advice. Take Donna's advice. Take Cece's advice. Katie, Francisco, Fidel, me, Nora. I don't know anybody that's gone to Dan's that hasn't liked it. Try it for yourself and let me know. Eatatdans.com is the website. Eatatdans.com. Put some Dan's in your mouth. Hey, also, I want to shout out our title sponsor for this show, the AP Law Group. If you have been injured in an accident, hit by an 18-wheeler, car, maybe you've had a loved one that's died due to another person's negligence, you need to call my guys, Gilbert and Arsha, over at the AP Law Group right now, 713-913-GO-AP. I've already sent one deckhead there. I think Justin said he's going to call them. Give these guys a shot. They are 2 local Houston guys. They both born and raised here, both went to law school at U of H. These are local dudes taking care of local people and their problems. Big firm results, but you get small firm attention when you call. You're not going to have an assistant or somebody answer the phone. It's 100%. You call 713-913-GO-AP. You're going to speak to an actual attorney. And the whole reason they started the AP Law Group was because Gilbert was working for insurance companies and got tired of seeing injured people get bullied by said insurance companies. So he was like, you know what? Let's do our thing. And what's really cool is they're so progressive and cool. You can actually even get paid in Bitcoin. That's how great it is. If you have been injured, do yourself a favor. Give them a call ASAP, 713-913-GO-AP. That's 713-913-GO-AP. Even if you're not sure if you have a case, just call them and see. Get a free evaluation. They'll determine if you're eligible for a settlement. 713-913-GO-AP or log on to their website, aplawgroup.com. It's the AP Law Group. Big firm results, small firm attention. All right, back to the show we go. Shout out to all of our sponsors for keeping this show afloat. You guys and them. If it wasn't for y'all, and if it wasn't for them, it'd just be me over here with my cat sucking on my nipple. It'd be weird. All right. I have bad news for you. Actually, you know what? Sorry, I get distracted by the window. There's a lot of activity out here. I never realized. Let's do this.
And now it's time for a film session.
All right, so we don't always have film sessions, but when we do, we have a good time. I have one for you. You probably saw this over the weekend. There was a fight during the Suns Nugs game. First of all, can we just go ahead? I'm not gonna beat a dead horse here. And you know, Walt was right when he said that Jokic would win the MVP. But that doesn't mean that Walt or anyone else was right in picking him to be the MVP. Because he obviously wasn't. His team got swept by the Suns, by the real MVP. of the NBA this year. Chris Paul and the Phoenix Suns swept their bitch ass. So, last thing I'll ever say about it, but I guess we saw who really is more valuable to their team. It just took it in the playoffs for you to see it. But, well, Walt just is the one that reminded me the most. Look at this bullshit. MVP is regular season, playoffs don't vote. I know when it comes to voting, but what I'm telling you is the proof, the actual proof, because you can vote based on what you thought occurred, but the actual proof of as to who was more valuable to their team, when they go head to head, it's pretty fucking obvious. Nope. Because Murray wasn't in the running for value. Now, was he? All right. Not beating the dead horse. I'm just telling you. Head to head, I think we saw. Now, that's not the point of this film session, because during one of the Suns games, this happened. Uh-oh. You guys settle down. Settle down, Fancy. Don't rip my jersey. Okay, everybody break it up. All right, here we go. We're all leaving. Hey, what are you doing? No, sir, young man. Uh-oh. Wait. Ow. What? Wow, that was... Oh, get it back. I'm going to fuck your boy up. Right there. I'm going to fuck your boy up. Hey! Suns in 4, by the way. This is the greatest video. Look, he's like, bro, you're leaking. You need to go upstairs. You're leaking. Yo. My man's Suns in 4 is my favorite dude. Suns in 4 is my favorite dude. Because most guys that would whoop a dude's ass like that, two dudes, like he's holding one dude and he swings at his boy, like, and out of all the stuff he could have bragged about, I fucked your boy up. You tried to sucker punch me. I broke your fucking nose. You're leaking. You soaking wet. He's leaking. He's soaking wet. I got you running while I'm holding your boy. I punched you in the face. He's not bragging about none of that. You know what my man's fired off as his brag? Yo! Suns in 4, bitch. And the crazy thing about that is that once that happened, Devin Booker wants to find him. He's like, yo, I need man's info. This is the greatest, because guess what? He was right. Not only did he win the fight, not only did he go 2-on-1 with a bunch of punk ass dudes and whoop that ass, he called his shot and he was downright correct about it. And Devin Booker's like, hey, let me get fam's info. I want to reach out. This is the greatest story. If you don't like Suns in 4, dude, and Devin Booker, well, goddamn it, you just hate old people and puppies. I don't know what to tell you. This is the most... this is why I love sports. I don't even like did you see that on the field or on the court? Man, fuck that. Suns in 4 guy went 2-on-1, boxed him up, bloodied him, leaked him, walked him, called his shot, and it came true. And Devin Booker's like, yo, I need man's info. Oh, the beauty of sports. Now let's do an actual film session on what happened. Who is this? Get out of my yard. Okay. I'm sorry, you guys. I got people over here. All right, let's do an actual film session and see just what went wrong for the two guys that got their ass whooped. So here we go. It's a little heated right now, right? It's a little heated. We can see. So we got some grabbiness going on. A lot of grab assing, right? We're holding a jersey. His collar's getting stretched out on this jersey. That's never good. Ruining it. You can see now, it just looked like bacon. That's not supposed to fit like that. All right, we've broken it up. Now, Nugs fan number 1, 27's prepared to walk away. We can tell he's not as tough as he thinks he is, but he's prepared to walk away. Oh boy, right there putting his phone in his pocket. You look, you son of a bitch. Watch him. So as you watch him, you can tell right here, he's like, I'm about to get this dude. listen, you don't have bangs like this if you're not about to get this dude, right? So he puts his phone in his pocket because you can't break your phone when you sucker punch somebody like a bitch. But if you're going to sucker punch somebody, don't miss, you dumb fuck. So the first thing is it's not a good sucker punch. And I don't want to teach you guys. I teach you how to fight. I try to teach you how to actually not fight, but defend yourselves in the streets based on these videos. Yeah, fuck you, YouTube. This isn't me glorifying violence, YouTube. This is me teaching people how to defend themselves in the streets because I am a trained karate master. Okay, none of that's true. But if you're going to sucker punch somebody, what you don't do is telegraph it, because then it's not a sucker punch. It's just a telegraphed punch, and you end up being the sucker, okay? If you're going to sucker punch someone, what he should have done, let's watch this. So he should have done right here. He knows what, like that look, if you ever see somebody like leaning, coming your way, but not looking at you. He tried to do the no look pass. He tried to do a little CP3 skip pass in the lane. He tried to be like, what's that over there? Wham! As a no look, he tried to hit him with that no look punch. It's not going to happen. This is how you sucker punch somebody, idiot. You put your phone in your pocket. You turn to the guy and you go, hey man, I'm sorry. Are we cool? Are we cool? Are we good? Are we? Bam! You can't telegraph it by coming way back here and then trying to punch the dude. It's ridiculous. That's too far to sucker punch right there. That's like he already, at this moment, he knows it's coming. And he's got an entire, 1-2 seconds to react? No, fam. And you're not even on the same level as him. Like literally, there's seats in between. This was the worst sucker punch in the history of sucker punches, you dumb fuck. So what happens is Sons in 4 avoids it, grabs the collar. By the way, this must be a hockey fan. Grabs his collar, boom, lands one. He's got the reach, okay? He's got the reach. 2, 3. I mean, my man's is landed. You know what happened here? I guarantee you what happened is as soon as he grabbed his jersey, Mr. Sucker Punch was worried about getting his jersey ripped. He's like, yo, I just paid a mint for this at the fan shop. I'm not trying to get this stretched out, bro. Let go of my jersey. Just, what do you, and while he's thinking that, so whap, 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 he is getting absolutely took to the woodshed. Look, because see, he's like, my jersey, my jersey. I mean, he ate so many goddamn shots. Let's count them. Let's count the shots, shall we? So we got Sucker Punch. Jersey is grabbed. Now we are officially in a tussle right here. So we got one that grazes him, but it still probably stung. 2 hurt, 3 hurt, 4 hurt, 5 hurt, 6, 7. So 7 shots land on my dudes. 7 shots land on this guy. And then he stops. Now, here's the crazy part about this fight is he doesn't let go. He punches his fucking friend who then backs up. I told y'all that dude was a pussy. I told you right here. I would be, if that was, listen, I just want you guys to all know this. If this was me and you were my friend being held by one hand at a guy at fist point, I would have came over them seats and tackled that dude to free you guys. Like, you can't fight this dude from, especially if he threw that punch right there. I'm over the top. Don't point at me like you're my dad either, motherfucker. He points at you and then he says, I'm about to fuck your boy up. What's crazy is he hasn't let go yet. Do you want to know why? Because this man's nose is broken and he don't know what to do. He just knows right there. You see, he just knows he don't want to get hit again. He's covering up. Didn't work. Pow! Connected again. Down goes Murray. And then he's like, I think we've all had enough here. Get the fuck out. Sons in 4. Suck your mom's dick. Like, wow. You know, here's the deal. Some people just know how to fight, and some people don't. And oftentimes, there are people that don't know how to fight, but can't admit that to themselves. They think they do know how to fight. They think they're tough. Maybe they beat up a kid in the 3rd grade and it's the only fight they ever had, but they're 1-0. Maybe they just have this persona of I'm gangster as fuck. I think I'm gangster. I need to put on this facade of being gangster. Everybody wants to be gangster until it's time to do gangster shit. These two guys thought they were fucking badasses. Apparently, the guy that got his nose broke poured an entire beer on them. That's what started this. He thought he was a badass. Ain't nobody gonna touch me. I'm just gonna pour this beer because I'm a gangster. Well, gangsters don't get their nose broke, Chief. Gangsters don't get held by one hand while instead of fighting back, cover up to try to avoid more punishment. By the way, he covered up like this. Yeah, he's gonna get busted again. If you're gonna do that, you gotta close them elbows if you're worried about the nose. Okay, close your elbows. Guess what? Nothing's penetrating that, and even from the sides. Okay, you're not gonna get hit. So remember that. If you get your nose broken in a fight and you just need to cover up, touch your elbows. You'll protect your nose. Guys are fucking stupid. Beautiful fight. I'm glad they got their ass whooped too. Sons and 4, and he called it. D-Mata said, if the deckheads ever get into a fight, I wonder if we would be in the film set. Yes. Yes. These are teachable moments. Unless it was like you did everything. Look, sometimes you're going to handle your business the right way and still lose the fight. It happens. That's just life. Nobody goes undefeated. So yeah, to answer the question, of course, if we're all at Kobo's and you guys start fighting, I'm filming it. I'm bringing it back. We're going to dissect it. Absolutely. Brandon said, did y'all see their Snapchat saying they had battle wounds and beat the guy's ass? You got to be fucking kidding me. Wow. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Believe it. Oh, that's Matt Thomas thing. One more sad story, and then I want to get to the most fun states in America. So I have bad news for you, and I don't know why he's decided to do this. Not that story. You guys. Gardner Minshew cut his mullet. You know, when I heard this, I was like, who gives a fuck? But then I thought about it. And the only real reason why we love Gardner Minshew is not his play on the field. It's his quirky personality off the field. It's his craziness. It's his mullet. It's his Uncle Rico meets Kenny Powers. That's why we love Gardner, because he does and looks crazy. So now he wants out of Jacksonville. He wants to compete for a starting gig. And he has cut the one thing that provides him with his power. He's Samson, and he cut his hair. Newsflash. There's no reason now to like Gardner Minshew. Now that he's cut his mullet, he's just going to be a backup, every other fucking backup quarterback in the NFL. I mean, seriously, at this point, what's the difference between Gardner Minshew and A.J. McCarron? You tell me. I can tell you what it was before he made this stupid, tragic, dumb decision. It was the flowing locks of happiness. Yeah. It was the business up front and party in the back. That was it. It was the beautiful chest hair adorned with the flowing locks of a mullet. Now, he's just a hairy-chested dude that backs up quarterbacks. Yeah. So I don't know who his publicist is. I don't know who's in charge of his career. But they fucked up. They fucked up big time. So sucks for them. Sucks for him. All right, at some point in this hour, hopefully, we're going to be joined by Kristopher Hart of the Whiskey Neat Show on ESPN, the Whiskey Neat Podcast, wherever you consume podcasts. I wonder if I still need this light. Yeah, that looks weird. This light is all fucked up in the way, by the way. It broke for some reason, and I don't know. I'm going to order a new ring light. I've got to get one that mounts. So this one just sits on top of the camera, but I think I'm going to order one that my camera's probably going to go off again because I'm trying to put this back up here. I think I'm going to order one that I can just mount to the desk. I think, see, just fucking went out again. Son of a bitch. As soon as it touches, great. Just had to fuck with it, didn't you, Laminack? Just had to fuck with it. All right. We'll just go with these shadows for the rest of the show. He cut it because now that T-Law is there, he had to get go get an office 9 to 5. Okay. Truck Driver Pookie said should have took one while at 97. Oh, they didn't have ring lights. They didn't have ring lights. I thought that was Chuck Norris from a distance. Rev said it's insane to me that it's news when a celebrity gets a haircut. Here's the thing though, House. It's news when the celebrity, like, dude, Kid from Kid and Play. Yeah, they're known for their music, but let's be real. The hair. It's the hair. Right? Like, if Sinead O'Connor grew out her hair, you'd be like, what the fuck is going on? If who's that one? Willie D said mean things about her in the song Ballhead Hose. By the way, if you've never listened to the song Ballhead Hose by Willie D, highly recommend. What's up, Justin? Highly recommend. Yeah, Britney Spears. There are people that are known for their haircuts. Grace Jones. There are people that are, if Grace Jones cuts her hair, if who else is known for their hair? If Gardner Minshew cuts his hair, you notice it becomes news. And again, Guy Fieri, great one, Mark G. If Guy Fieri cuts his hair, everyone's like, what the fuck are you doing? It's the only reason we liked you, bro. And the same is true with Gardner Minshew. You had a mullet and a dream. And now you're just a washed up, has-been backup quarterback with a stupid haircut. And no one gives a shit. So it's whatevs. I'm so glad he's here because I'm exhausted. You know, when you take a day off from a show, it can wear you the fuck out. To come back and try to do it's like anything. Like if you train for something and you're always, you good there, buddy? Did you spill your shit everywhere? You ready? Just add you to the show. Joining me on the show right now from the Whiskey Neat Show on ESPN, the Whiskey Neat Podcast, Houston Bourbon Society, a man about town. Kristopher Hart is here. How are you, buddy?
I'm good, buddy. Can you see me good? Hear me good? I've got a new ring set up here for my lights.
Because you're fancy. Because you're fancy. Yeah. I like it. I dig it.
Hey, what Tuesdays is for two fancy dudes. So
that is true.
I got to step it up. I wore my good thong today.
Oh, well, now I'm hard. Great. That's
What's up,
so. Buddy? How has life been treating you, man? You good?
Things are good. It's been a busy. I almost didn't make it today, man. I as soon as I got back, my computer had this weird thing happening, and so I'm glad everything got up and running, and I'm here to see my favorite Tuesday face.
Yes, well, the feeling is mutual. I didn't do a show yesterday because I did my taxes. How much do you fucking hate tax season? Just
Let me tell you something. So I'm only 33, and one of the most terrifying, and I don't know why because I've never gone through it, but one of the most terrifying things to me is being audited.
Oh, really?
I filed my taxes in March, and it's
What?
still just saying come back later. I don't know what to expect.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. But
Oh,
I'm hearing they're
really?
behind. I'm hearing everybody's behind. So I don't know of anyone that filed it after me that's gotten all their returns back and
Well, they
everything.
better
But it
send me
is.
my goddamn refund. I'm getting a refund this year for the first time in a long time. Thanks, Trump. They better not fuck me out of my. They better not delay. Do they know that some of us are fucking broke?
Could use it. Yeah.
Yes, exactly. Cece said I filed in February. I got mine minus 700 2 weeks ago. Minus 700.
Wait, she said 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, and
That's
she filed in February.
okay. All right, so I feel a little better.
What is this? I don't understand. If Abe Lincoln oh, thank you for the super chat, Total Dallas. Yeah, we were talking about haircuts. A quarterback in the NFL who's known for having a mullet shaved it or cut it off. And I was like, well, now and he's a backup quarterback. I'm like, well, now you are nothing. Like, and then somebody in the chat said, I don't see why people make a big deal out of celebrities getting their hair cut. And my point was, it's what you're known for. And Total Dallas sent the super chat. Thank you for your generosity and said, if Abe Lincoln shaved his beard, could you imagine? It's a great point.
Well, he did. There were several pictures of him without his beard.
Yeah, and
That's
I'm
a
sure,
horrible point.
and
So you're wrong already. I mean, it's 2 minutes in. You're automatically. I mean, no. I
sure
came on a little early.
I'm sure they made a big deal out of it. Is my point. When he did it, they were probably like, "Who is this guy? Not my president." I'll tell you that. Was he going to switch to a derby now instead of a stovepipe hat? No.
I think he was. I think they were. When faced with the choice to be pissed off about Abe Lincoln's beard, or I don't know, taking away my slave, I think they were probably a little preoccupied with his other motives in office.
You don't know. Maybe they're passionate about facial hair down south. I knew we couldn't trust a man that would shave that immaculate beard. 7 years ago, he grew that facial hair.
Yeah, well, if I ever lose mine, I'll understand why people are upset. It's my favorite aspect.
How long has it been since you've shaved? How long has it been since you haven't had a beard?
12 years.
Are you
14
fucking
years?
serious?
Yeah. Well, no. I take that back. I lost I lost a weight loss competition about 5 years ago, and I had to shave it. But it wasn't like razor shave. It was like beard trim to the surface shave. I still look dumb.
Oh, okay. Do you just feel weird without it, or what?
Oh man, very weird, very odd.
Really?
Don't you? I mean, if all of a sudden Barry had to shave his head, I'm sure
that
you'd
you
feel
or
pretty
me?
odd. That was me.
Oh, it was
I have
you.
no idea.
It's okay. No, as soon as I started the show, somebody just rolled up to my house. I just looked at my ring. Some dude out here trying to sell something. People are so rude. Don't they know we're all streaming?
Absolutely.
Now, what were you gonna say? If about me, about my beautiful face?
But no, I mean, if there was something about you, Key, that just changed all of a sudden, like if you had to
got
shave
a
your head
regular
completely.
sized nose.
Yeah, you've got a nose reduction.
Like if
and
your
a breast
chins,
reduction.
if your chins went away. Like if you got a breast reduction, if you got handsome and not fat. Listen, let's not make this about me.
Yeah, well, let's not make it about me because I immediately regretted it because you could immediately turn that around on me.
Sure. Well, I wouldn't do that to you. I'm a classy gentleman here. He's without beard on the $5 bill. Oh yeah, I guess he is. That's a stupid point, Total Dallas.
He started off with that's a great point. Like, no, there's plenty of photos of him on me. Like, I don't know where we're going here.
Dumbass. I'm gonna refund your money just because it was that fucking stupid. Anyways, what's going on in the world of spirits, my friend?
Dude, a lot. I saw Joe Pro's comment. He said, me and Don are going to come work for Chris. I posted a photo.
Yeah.
We had 88 barrels of rye whiskey show up to the office yesterday. And now we're just trying to find a day or two where we can just go through and taste them and find the duds and the gems. So that's quite a bit of
So you
work
have to do that? That's like a thing? Like you gotta, well, I guess we gotta try all this.
Well, you want to. If you don't do it, it's a wasted opportunity. Because if you truly, here's the thing. It's like children, right? Like I came from a real white trash background. The fact that, and I'm not perfect by any means, but I'm definitely the diamond in the rough. Sometimes you spawn children that are just amazingly well-behaved, perfect children, and you don't know how they became so great.
Okay.
And that is exactly how whiskey works, right? So every single barrel of whiskey, even if the wood width and the depth is the same, even if the process is the same, every single time, yeah, there it is.
That's what you've got to sample.
Yeah, I got to go through all that, and I'm gonna need a little help for sure. So they, even if you do everything exactly the same, every single barrel just behaves differently. So I will go through and I'll taste all 88 barrels. It's actually 100 barrels, but the first truckload only held 100.
Okay.
There's going to be wide variance between each barrel, even though they're the exact same age. They were all distilled the exact same year. They were all put into the barrel at the exact same time. So we're going to go through and find the beautiful gems that just turned out amazing, and try to figure out what to do with if there are any ones that are just absolutely disgusting. And so we've got quite the couple weeks.
So where does the variance come from, right? Is it the way that the barrels themselves are made? Because no two barrels, I'm guessing, are exactly the same, even though there's
Correct.
a manufacturing process, right? I mean, the way the wood is cut or the way the wood, what I'm sure there are variances in the barrels per barrel. It's like a fingerprint or a snowflake. Is that where the variance comes from, or is it something else? Is just randomness?
So the liquid, the distillation process before it goes in the barrel is exactly the same. The liquid is chemically, the oils, all of it is exactly the same. The variance comes from the barrel. You can have two barrels that are sitting next to each other that are consistently made the same, right? So what they'll do is they'll cut down a tree, they'll steam the wood so it bends, and then they'll air dry it for sometimes 8 months, sometimes a year. And the depth will be the same, the width will be the same, and for some reason, every single barrel just matures within a variance. So the fun part of this is going through, drinking, tasting, and you do it with friends. You have a good time with it. It is technically work.
So you literally are saying, when you say I need help, you're going to find, now are you going to do it through the Facebook group, the Houston Bourbon Society group? Are you going to do a raffle? Are you going to, hey, everybody's buy raffle tickets for $5. We'll donate it to a charity and we'll pick people to come and sample this whiskey. Like, how does this work?
Okay, so it's Barry's mind, man. You've got this incredible. I didn't even consider any of the things you just said. So, like, I need you in my life more.
I feel like you just said I have ADD. Like, that was the nicest way anyone's ever told me I'm weird.
No. What in my mind, I'm thinking it's just a process, right? Like, you just have to go and you do it and you taste and you decide and you talk and you discuss. We do it every Friday already with everything else we're working on. With me and the head distiller. And in this particular case, I do have plans to invite a couple of close bourbon head friends that I know are going to, they're going to really enjoy the invite. Right. You know what I mean? So it's one of those things that you try to have fun with it. You try to,
do you have to trust the person that you ask? Because, like,
for sure. If I know that you're drinking.
I just did my last shot of Jameson. I feel fancy, right? And you're not going to be like, oh, I trust this guy's palate. It's like, he probably eats ass. I'm not going to trust anybody that eats ass to tell me if this bourbon is good or not. Is that, do you have to selectively?
Wait. Hold on.
I don't eat ass, by the way. That was an example.
Right, but are you saying you don't trust me because I do eat ass?
I mean, there's a reason we do this remotely and not in studio.
Hey, man, I'll just say this. We've been together 15 years. Mama's happy.
And her butt is super clean. So.
You just reminded me of that awful movie you made me watch.
Yeah, her mouth, impeccable. Her butt mouth, not so much. So you do have to trust the person, though, right? Like, you have to know that they have kind of an idea about whiskey and bourbon and what to look for, the notes or whatever the fancy stuff is. Or is it just that's pretty good?
Yeah. So typically we try to invite people who, I consistently trust, that I've known for a while, that know what they're doing. It's really just trying to make sure that what we do is it's got to be good. There's a lot of money put into it.
Because we have professional drinkers amongst the deckheads, CC and Mark G, and a lot of people that are really good at drinking, but I don't know if they're good at spotting, like, oh, you know what? I taste the aging process, and I can, whatever it is you're supposed to be looking for. Do you ever just bring in a layperson and be like, all right, look for this?
Yeah, so now that you mentioned that, we could probably coordinate a Barry on Deck day where you and your top.
Oh gosh.
Hey, I'm throwing it out there. So either your top Patreon supporters or your top, we might could do a thing where like, hey, let's go pick out a Barry on Deck barrel. Okay, so this is all going to be bottled under this label, the Prideful Goat. We haven't actually announced this yet, but this is our 15-year-old Kentucky bourbon, the Prideful Goat. We'll probably we're going to be doing a baby goat version, right? So a rye.
I love baby goats.
Yeah, it'll probably be a white label. And then what we could do is let's find 5 heavy 5 Barry on Deck.
Oh, we have a lot of heavy
supporters.
Deckheads. Oh, heavy supporters. I thought you just meant
heavy
5
supporters.
Fat deckheads.
Oh, you mean fat.
I mean, we're actually doing a weight loss challenge, so we got 5 heavy deckheads.
Yeah. So let's find some big supporters that we could probably invite out to the distillery. The place is called Gulf Coast Distillers off of Clinton Drive in East Downtown. We'll go out there on a Friday. I'll need to run it by the team, but we could probably, find the Barry on Deck gem, right? The one barrel that is just life-changingly delicious, and we'll gather up. We're gonna pre-taste through a few. Oh, dude, it's gonna be fun. We're gonna taste through a bunch. We'll taste through a bunch. I'll narrow down to like 5 or 6 barrels. We'll invite your crew out. You guys taste through the 6 barrels, decide, and it's actually surprisingly easy for 5 or 6 people to come to a unanimous conclusion. Yeah,
dude, I feel like when you're doing this, right? Like if you're like, all right, we're all going to taste these 88 barrels or these 100 barrels, and we're going to figure out which ones we need to kick back or whatever it is you do. What do you do, by the way? We'll put a pin in that and come back. If there's a barrel that isn't up to snuff, what do you do?
You usually
pour it out in the parking lot.
No, so typically there's 3 aspects of whiskey, right? So you've got your nose, you've got your palate, and you've got your finish. If there's something off, right? Sometimes you'll have something that has a beautiful nose, but the taste is not quite right. It's a little rough around the edges. What you do, and this is where the art of blending comes in, is you find a barrel that the nose is not that great, but the palate is fantastic, and you blend the two together, and they help the law of averages, right? So you try to blend components that shine, and
go ahead. I'm sorry.
Well, and then you blend them together. So we've got plans to release a rye whiskey that's affordable in the $59-$60 range, and that's what this barrel would be. So what we would do, I haven't even run this by anybody, and me and Barry didn't even talk about this beforehand. I'm just throwing it out there.
This is all just spitballing. This is amazing.
I'm just spitting
They're
it out.
They're gonna be like, we're not doing that, Christopher. And then all the niggas will be like, damn it. Then I'm gonna have to buy everybody a bottle of Prideful Goat because
no. This is what we'll do. If you like the idea,
I love the idea.
If they like the idea, we invite out Barry and 5 of his crew, or 4 of his crew, so 5 total, whatever the case might be, whatever you decide. We'll taste through 5 or 6 barrels. We'll find the Barry on Deck gem, and we will bottle a single barrel for Barry's show.
This.
We work with a bunch of retailers. We can offer it to Specs. We can offer it to Total Wine, and let them. And so they get and it'll probably yield between about 150 give or take bottles, maybe a little more.
Holy shit! Yeah.
And then you've got a single. Every snowflake is different, right? You got a single barrel, one of only 150 bottles, give or take, and then we'll put a little Barry on Deck logo on the side.
Oh my god, dude! I'm so hard right now.
Yeah, and then that's what this hobby is about. If you've joined HBS, we do these barrel selections all the time, and then it could be made available at this retailer, and then you just talk about it in the show every week. Just say, hey, go buy it here.
Absolutely.
And then you've got we've not actually done barrel picks for the Prideful Goat just yet. We've done some small batch blends, but never something singularly unique like that.
You've already sold 5 bottles according to the chat, so Listen, the Deckheads are amazingly supportive people. There's no doubt that we won't sell a shit ton of that right off the rip.
Yeah, well, I've got a few bars that I bet would buy a few bottles so that if your crew wants to taste it first, they could taste their Barry on Deck bottle and then go buy it.
Now that would be even better, right? Get a little, oh, this is going to be amazing. We're definitely going to have to make this happen. Look, there you go. We've sold more. Terrence so we'll figure it out. What I might do is some sort of, I always like to tie this stuff to charity, especially if people are kind enough like yourself, and if we can make this happen, and let's figure out how we can help people in the process, right? So
all right,
maybe we'll do something where the top 5, or we'll figure it out. We'll have some sort of tie-in or whatever to give back at the same time. But I love this idea. I swear to God, I'm so excited about this. And you guys, seriously, this isn't anything that's planned. This is just Kristopher Hart. I don't know if he's wafting farts, but this is just you being you. This is amazing. Yeah.
Well, every time we do our show, I've got this big ring light. All of a sudden, I realize I've got a couple of fruit flies in the house.
That's great.
So we do right now. Jesus Christ, we do a lot of blending here too. So there's just there's literally liquid on the table. I've got bottles of cognac just sitting everywhere. It's one of those things that look. This is what I do for a living. This is what I love.
Yeah.
The ability to taste and blend, and for you and your crew to just for us to all of a sudden just think of this. It's going to be so fun and so unique, and
it's going to be cool.
It's not going to cost anything to go do the tasting in terms of however we want to work out this competition of who's going where.
Yeah.
But you guys come out for the day. We'll put a bunch of booze in front of you. You guys can help input on the official first ever Barry on Deck barrel selection. And then we didn't plan this. It just kind of
it just
came out. Yeah.
I love this.
Yeah.
Well, we're definitely going to have a call at some point and figure out the details. And then obviously what I'll do is I'll probably connect you with Jen, who is my everything for this show. Because you know me, dude, I'm a little scatterbrained and busy, but Jen will make sure that we stay on track and we make this happen, and we dot all the I's and cross the T's and get it done.
Sure.
So we'll get her involved. Now, I wanted to talk to you. There was this article in themanual.com where they talked about the eight best whiskeys under $20 to stock up on in 2021.
Okay, now, so this is actually a great idea for a list, but we're going to pick it apart.
Why are we picking it apart? Because I tried, I remember you, in fact, was it you that made the joke about having, I've had Dickel in my life before?
Oh yeah.
It was you.
It's a good joke.
I was out at a place and that's what they had on the list, and I ordered it and then texted you and you were like, so you have to know, you really, and I'll be honest, it wasn't great, but it wasn't the worst. It wasn't well whiskey, but I was like, well, I probably could have made a better choice. I don't even remember what was on the list, but this is why lists like this are important. Because when you can get the input of somebody such as yourself that knows about these lists, can be really good, especially for those that are serious about trying to find some good bourbons and whiskeys for 2021. So let's go through the list. Do you have the list in front of you?
I'm looking at it right now. I pulled it up as you were talking.
I'm going to try to put this on the screen. Let me see if it will. Okay. This is good enough, I guess. Let me, I think I can move this up. Yeah, there we go. I think that's a little better for the peeps. Can everybody see that? Okay.
Yeah. All right. So let's hit them with the heat, right? So starting from the top there, Evan Williams Kentucky Straight Bourbon Whiskey. Now, here's the thing. That specifically, the one imaged is an 80 proof bottle. It's not worth your time. Do the white label version. There's a white label version with black lettering that's 100 proof. It's bottled in bond. The Evan Williams 100 proof, absolutely go get it. There's nothing wrong with that on the list. It's a great item. I don't know if I would say it's the best, but I haven't actually looked through the rest of the list besides the next bottle. So we're going to do this all together as we see it.
Okay. So the next one was the Mellow Corn Whiskey.
Yeah. All right. So Mellow Corn has a cult following. Mellow Corn, actually, you could get for around $14. It's super cheap. Now, the only real difference between Mellow Corn and bourbon is just the fact that they use used barrels. So in bourbon, you have to have a brand new barrel every time. You can't use it twice. Mellow Corn is a corn whiskey, a straight corn whiskey. It's bottled in bond, which means it's 100 proof. It's at least 4 years old. Everything about it is a fucking, pardon my language, a fucking deal. Now, it's not amazing, but it's absolutely great for cocktails. And it's great by itself.
Really?
I mean, it's got a cult following.
So
It's
so
like
so if you're
you-
looking for something to add to the cabinet where you make cocktails, you make highballs, or you make whiskey
Or you want something to
sours,
sip on,
or you-
sure.
Okay.
Yeah, that one's for about $14. They make, and I know their margins on it. I've talked to their local rep. They're not making, I mean, they're making cents, not dollars on that
Oh
bottle.
wow. Okay.
All right.
All right. Next
Rebel-
up.
Now the bottom shelf version that's under $20 of this, just don't buy it.
No.
That's not a good bottle. It's not worth your time. It's a cheap whiskey it's a cheap everything. It's shitty. Now the 100 proof version, the bump, the older stuff, we're doing an actual pick with them in September for our group. It's going to be a single barrel that's closer to 10 years old. It's 100 proof. Everything about it is great. This stuff, going back to your question about what do you do with the barrels that suck, every barrel that's blended in that sucks. I mean, that's just
So
the
avoid
taint.
this. So if you're so far, we're 3 in, grab you a bottle of mellow corn just to keep in the cabinet. And then if you can get the white label Evan Williams, otherwise skip it, and definitely skip the Rebel Yell. Because
Sure.
who names a whiskey after one of Billy Idol's worst songs?
I don't even know.
Look,
the song you're
and they just
referencing.
said, just not for Billy Idol fans. You don't know who fucking Billy Idol is? Are you serious?
No. I know who Billy Idol is. I
don't know the song?
I don't know the song. Yeah.
Really? With a rebel yell, she cried, "Mom, mom, mom." You don't know that?
Okay, that song I know. Yeah, I didn't know that's what it's
That's
called.
called, that's Rebel Yell. He literally says Rebel Yell in the, okay. Here's Four Roses bourbon.
Oh, buddy. Someone already mentioned it in the chat. Four Roses. You cannot go wrong with a bottle of Four Roses. But I will say this. Go ahead and skip that specific bottle.
Uh-huh.
It's not bad. It's not bad, and it's decent for $20. Go a step above the small batch, which is 27, and then the step above that's a small batch select, which is 50 or $60. And then of course you've got a single barrel in the $34 price point. You cannot. I mean, I think it specs the single barrel is $32. You cannot go wrong with Four Roses. I would just say that the very, very bottom, the Four Roses yellow label, that bottle was specifically meant for cocktails.
Okay.
Yeah. Mark G, pay the extra for the small batch. Absolutely, buddy.
Yeah. So I when I filled in on the Blitz for AJ last week, Fred Fowler of ESPN 97.5 had some Four Roses that we sipped on, and I thoroughly enjoyed it.
You filled in for AJ?
Yeah, on Thursday.
Yeah. Oh, nice. Did you just stand there and spew racist rants for an hour?
I
Did
just
you-
bullied. I just bullied people and made
Did
fun
you-
of everyone for 3
Yeah.
hours. It was like he never
did you
left.
talk shit about everybody? Is that what
Of
you
course,
did? You just talk shit
Just
about
like-
everybody?
Actually, I just
Yeah.
talked shit about him. I just called him fat, and I just made fun of him for 3 hours on his own show, which is wildly disrespectful. But he's my dude, so I could.
Oh, don't get me wrong. I love AJ, but he's a poor man's Dana White without the money or the penis. I love this so much. I love it so much.
Clip that. That is outstanding. Oh my god, that was fucking hilarious. So my problem was when they brought out the four. They had something called Malort or Malort.
Malort.
Oh my
Chicago is
god,
garbage.
it tasted. I swear to God, it tasted like a dolphin's butthole. It was the worst tasting. And then so they brought out the Four Roses, and they, we shot the Malort, and then they were like, Fred was like, now we got Four Roses, and he pours me a cup. And it was in a, they don't have shot glasses or anything, but it was just a plastic cup, and he pours it in a pretty good amount. And I shot it. And he was like, what are you doing? Like, we're on air. Aaron goes, that's not shooting whiskey. That's sipping. I was like, bro, I shoot. I'm just so used to it. And the taste in my mouth was so fucking awful. So then I got a bottle to sip on, and it was good. But yeah, I enjoyed it. It wasn't bad at all. Let's keep rolling.
I want to say something real quick.
There's
a
a
meme.
for sure.
There's a specific meme of a bowl of cigarettes and someone's pouring Coca-Cola over it, and they're like, this is the making of Malort. Malort is famously bad, and yet it has a cult following as well.
Yeah.
But Malort actually
On
started
purpose?
bottling
Are they
the bourbon.
famously bad on purpose, or do they just suck
Yeah.
at making it?
Yeah, no, it's on purpose.
Okay. They're just like, hey, let's just, what would it taste like if we shit in a barrel and then fermented it with some water? Like,
Yeah, it's garbage.
Tastes like
garbage.
That. All right, back to this list. So that's Four Roses. We've got the best rye whiskey, Old Overholt Rye.
All
That
right,
looks cheap just because of the bottle.
Great bottle. Great bottle. Iconic bottle. Old Overholt. That brand is over 100 years old. Some of the most delicious, amazing Pennsylvania ryes from pre-Prohibition are Old Overholt. And those bottles go for $3,000,
Wow.
$5,000. Now it's definitely a shittier product than it was in Prohibition, but everything is shittier now than it was in years past.
Sure.
Old Overholt though is a solid rye. They do a bonded version that's 100 proof. It's a great whiskey for a bar. A lot of bars love it and respect it. There's absolutely nothing wrong with it. It's a Heaven Hill product. I'm a big fan.
Okay.
It's not bourbon. I don't know why. This list is supposed to be
I
about bourbon,
I already know what you're going to say. You're probably just going to spit in your hand and then just take it to Jerktown because you love you some wild turkey.
All right. So I do love me some wild turkey.
Oh, shit.
But that bottle sucks a bag of dicks.
The rye.
Yeah. So it's not that it's the rye. It's the 81 proof rye. This Wild Turkey 81 is a watered down product that's not great. However, go ahead and take the time to spend the extra money on Wild Turkey's rare breed rye, which is not my favorite, but it's way better. What I would say is the best rye that they have. Now it's controversial. There's two schools of thought. In the Wild Turkey family, which by the way they do rye very, very well.
Okay.
The thought is Russell's Reserve, single barrel rye, and rare breed rye. Both are in that $50, $60 price point. Both of these are cotton candy, delicious, amazing flavor bombs rye.
Really?
If you're gonna buy the cheap rye, buy the 100 proof or the 101. I mean, so
Okay.
Wild Turkey 101 rye. Avoid both with the bourbon and the rye. Avoid the 80 proof, the 81 proof. Avoid all that.
Okay. Get the 100. Easy. Done. All right. And then there's the famous, what? I almost said goose.
Famous grouse. Famous
grouse blended Scotch whiskey. Another weird looking bottle.
Hard pass.
Hard pass on this. This is just garbage.
Hard pass. Yeah.
All right. Best Canadian whiskey. I don't know how Crown doesn't make it, but Canadian Club.
All right. So here's the thing.
You don't even like Canadian whiskey, do you?
Well, I do.
Yeah.
I do.
Oh,
I
do you?
officially do. I lost the article. Give me a second to pull it up here.
Okay.
All right. So historically, there's two spirits that have just been meant for drinking with a purpose. And for those who don't know what I mean, drinking with a purpose is drinking to get shit faced, and that is watered down cognac, and more importantly, Canadian whiskey, Canadian Mist, Black Velvet. All of these whiskeys historically are just 80 proof, used barrels in Canada. There's actually no regulation in Canada around the word Canadian rye whiskey. It doesn't even have to have rye in it. So you could call it rye whiskey, Canadian rye whiskey, and there's no rye in it. Canadian's been the Wild West of spirit definitions and legal enforcement. However, Canada and the aforementioned cognac I mentioned are all going through a resurgence of appreciation in the spirits world for their high age statements, their bump and proof, because it used to all be watered down shit. There is a lot of really good lot 40. Canadian Club, if you insist on drinking shitty Canadian, it's shitty Canadian.
Okay.
Spend a little money, go to lot 40. There's a couple of like really great Alberta distillers. There's a couple of great Canadian whiskeys out there, but they're not going to be in that $20 price point range. I don't actually have a recommendation for a decent Canadian in that price point. I will just say pass on that.
Everybody's saying Crown is garbage. Crown is wet garbage. Hey, I like what I like. Go fuck yourself. You ain't got to drink it.
Crown has not historically been well loved within the connoisseur circle. It is drinking with a purpose, or turning those purple bags into suits or clothing items,
or holding your coins. But here's the thing: like when it comes to Crown, for some reason, I like the way it blends well. Because I like to drink. I drink Crown and Diet Coke or Crown and Coke, and I like the way that it gives it a sweeter taste. Is that something specific to Crown? or is it the Canadian whiskey, or am I just a fucking weirdo? But I like the way that it blends. It tastes good to me.
It's meant to be blended.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's its purpose. And I think it does a good job. But again, I'm not fancy. I'll tell you this. That what was this stuff? Hold on. So this Balcones that you and I had when I did the Whiskey Neat show. And you and me and Dusty. And I was drinking this
Rumble Cask Reserve. That's made with turbinado sugar.
Fancy pants. Got his own label on it.
Yep, that's a barrel pick. That's what we would do for Barry. We would pick a barrel and then slap your logo on there so people know you picked it.
This when it, and I'm not a connoisseur, but I'm gonna tell you right now, I don't know what's the proper term for after you sip it and let it sit for a minute. Is it the
finish, the aromas? I mean, all of it is such a power pack.
It leaves a great. It tastes good after you drink it. A lot of times when I'm trying to drink with you and drink, these fancy bourbons and whiskeys, and it all stings and it tastes like I just ate a bowl of cinnamon, and it's like, fuck, it's hot, it burns. You're like, it's supposed to. I'm like, but I don't like that. But for some reason, this stuff, once you drink it and you sit there for a minute or two after a sip, it's like enjoyable. It's really good. Like, I don't know why it does that, but I surely do like it.
I'm going to make a comparison.
Okay.
I want to make it clear, though, this is not my thing. I'm not into butt stuff. But usually after the first couple of goes, you get used to it. If we spend the day with you and your 5 crew going through a barrel warehouse, tasting full-blown cast strength, unadulterated, unwatered down, straight from the barrel liquid, you and those 5 people are going to instantly become experts in tasting. It's really simple.
Really?
I think people overthink it. You have to get your mouth acclimated to the burn, and then it'll adjust. You'll get there. There.
All right, you're going to make a man of me yet. Is that what you're telling me?
Yeah. It's really easy. I think people overthink it and think it's harder than it looks. Everything I do is not because I went to Juilliard or some stupid version of whiskey. It's just that I just kept drinking. And eventually your body adjusts to high proof alcohol, no different than butt stuff. Whiskey's butt stuff.
Your butt adjusts to butt stuff.
Yeah.
Whiskey is butt stuff.
Yeah, we're going to do a merch offer. Whiskey is butt stuff.
The first 5 sales are going to get to go to the tasting. Can we name the Barry on Deck? It's called Butt Stuff. Yeah, it's butt stuff. No, we're just kidding. Okay, Mark G had a question for you. I want to know Chris's opinion. You spelled his name wrong. It's with a K. But I want to know Chris's opinion of Few.
Yeah, so Few has some good stuff. Whiskey's not one of them currently. I haven't had anything from them in a while that was actually impressive. They even did some things with the Flaming Lips at one point. Their gin, however, is fantastic. Oh. They've done a few things with in other spirits that they've done right. Few currently is not producing good whiskey, and if you buy the Flaming Lips thing, you're only really doing it for the name.
Okay, fair enough. Hey, can you do me a favor? I promised the deckheads before I left, we're fostering a cat for 2 weeks to see if he's a good fit for our family. But I didn't want to have just a bunch of dead air while I went and got him. Will you entertain the people and their questions? Can you see the chat right now?
Yeah, I can see the chat. I will talk while you handle the cat.
Okay. So you guys ask questions to Chris while I go get this godforsaken cat, and I shall be back in a second. Go.
Sure. So I'll show you guys while he's gone. I'll show you all the text, the racist text that Barry sends me on a regular basis. It's really just a lot of the N-word, a lot of weirdly inappropriate jokes. And I'm just kidding. Hit me with the questions, guys. I've got plenty of answers. I thought I saw someone say something about, let's see here. I saw, White Magic. Any opinions on Old Humble Distilling? So Old Humble Distilling, they're an interesting group. So they have been doing this thing where they follow me on Twitter, then unfollow me on Twitter, and then follow me on Twitter. So I get notifications and they do it a lot, so that they're saying, hey, follow us back. Really, I've had a few of their whiskeys. I don't find them to be great. If you're gonna buy local, there are a couple of great local distilleries doing great things. Fox and Seeker is one of the few distilleries here in Houston that are doing greatness. Of course, I've got to give a shout out to Gulf Coast. They do some good things. But Yellow Rose, someone mentioned Yellow Rose earlier. I love Houston, their head distiller, but they've been using historically smaller barrels, which is a bit of a shortcut, and it's too aggressive, it's too corny. I'm not a big fan. Boy, that cat's tearing you up.
Yeah, he is.
All right, let's see what else we got here. Chris, is Skullhead Vodka any good? Isn't that what's that guy's name? He's a Ghostbuster. Dan Aykroyd. Skullhead vodka's it's not bad, but it's vodka. Any with vodka, and I'll tell you a little secret. Yeah, you guys want to know an industry secret? There's about 1,000 brands of vodka, and a lot of them are literally the same liquid, just in a different bottle. The industry, no Tito's is one of the biggest offenders of all time when it comes to Tito's brings liquid in from out of state. They literally run it through the still like a pipeline, and don't actually distill it. It's not actually made here in Texas. It's not made here in Texas at all. Let's see. When was your first tingleberry? I don't know what a tingleberry is. Chris Hart, do you know what boofing is? From the chat, I think boofing has something to do with butt stuff.
It's butt stuff. Yeah, we talked about it in the show. I brought it back. It's an old school term. What's up, dude? He's a little nervous. This is Spencer. Yeah, boofing. We talked about in hour one. It just basically means butt stuff. So you guys, this is Spencer. He looks like a little bit
tiger.
Like a leopard. Yeah, like a tiger, right? I love the spots on his stomach. Come here, dude.
Oh, someone asked me the question. Alex, nope, not Alex. Aaron Little. Which beer did you have when the show started? Houston Haze, buddy. So I like a good hazy. I know hazy IPAs are trendy, and beer nerds are very cynical of it. Yes. But I haven't eaten today, so a hazy beer kind of fills the stomach until I get some food in me.
So we're trying out this cat for 2 weeks to see if he gets along with Oliver, who is the king of the house. Don't chew my cord. So stop it. I told this story. We're gonna go a little over, but I basically told this story where I was working today, and Chris, he tried to suck on my nipple. I had my shirt off. He climbed in my lap, and he tried to milk me.
It's very cute. We have a cat that to this day, he's 7 years old. He digs into my shirt. Like if I have a thick flannel shirt on, he treats it like a mama's nipple. Yeah. It's awesome.
Look, see, he's a little weird. He's a ball of energy. Like there's no stopping this dude. All right, you go play with Oliver. I'm going to finish this show. Cool?
Juan, to answer your question, Auchentoshan is fantastic. It's a great lowland scotch. There's no issue with Auchentoshan. I love it.
Okay.
All right. Francisco, best distillery in Dripping Springs. I believe there's 3 or 4 in that area. I think My Lemon Green might be in that area. They're doing a great job. Of course, Dripping Springs does a great job. They're all at the Houston Whiskey Social, which will be on November 6th, just FYI.
Yeah, we need to dude, that would be a good time for a deckhead gathering.
Oh, for sure. And that's the whole idea of the event, And I'll give this last plug. The tickets for the Houston Whiskey Social, the state's largest spirits festival, happens right here in Houston every year. It's happening on November 6th, a Saturday. 400 different brands. You just show up, come with a full stomach, eat, drink lots of water.
Uber.
And you just taste. You taste spirits until you can no longer safely taste spirits, and then we're going to ask you to stop. But 400 different spirits. Dripping Springs is there. All your Texas distilleries show up. Tickets go on sale the night of June 24th. We do a full Pappy tasting. We do a full BTAC tasting. At midnight, June 24th, which turns into June 25th, the tickets go on sale, and it's early bird ticket sale. So they're going to be a few bucks off and save you some money. But we did the math one day, and let's just say you reasonably can hit 20-something spirits in a night. You're essentially paying about 15 cents per drink, which is cheaper than any bar.
Yeah.
And the selection is off the charts.
Yeah.
So but it is a chore, just like us going to taste these barrels. You're gonna have to hit them hard and plan accordingly. But
we have some professional drinkers amongst the deckheads, so I think we'll be in good shape. These folks can drink for sure. Well, outside of that, how can they get in touch with you? How can they follow you?
Yeah. So every Friday. We drop a new episode of Whiskey and Eat on ESPN 97.5. If you go to HoustonWhiskeySocial.com, subscribe to the event, That event goes on sale June 24th and June 24th at midnight. And yeah, come to the event. It is not exactly cheap, but what you're getting relatively to the price of the ticket is basically, and I'm not supposed to say this, but basically unlimited booze. You can't really go wrong.
It is totally worth it. I'm looking forward to it. I'm excited about it. I also get excited about every Tuesday because we get to do this and I get to learn from you, one of the best in the biz. This was a lot of fun, dude, as always. And look, we're gonna do a special Barry on Deck taste. This is gonna be awesome, man. So you and me and Jen, looks like we need to have a meeting. But dopeness as always, my friend. Thank you for being here.
Thanks for having me.
All right, until next Tuesday, that is Kristopher Hart, and that wraps up another edition of the show. If you didn't know, Barry on Deck brought to you by the AP Law Group. If you have been injured in an accident, call them. 713-913-GO-AP. 713-913-GO-AP. It's just that simple. Hey, good to be back. I hope you guys enjoyed meeting Spencer. I always love when Kristopher Hart is here. It's fascinating and interesting and fun, and I love that he calls me out about being wrong. Somebody has to. Somebody has to make that up. Hey, until tomorrow when it's a Whisker Wednesday, do me 3 favors. Be safe. Be kind. And most importantly, love each other. I will see you guys tomorrow. And he's making a YouTube video!